Good morning. Setting off on what's looking to be a beautiful day. Almost no clouds in the sky. I'm heading over to meet a friend this morning. We're gonna go through Bobbin Head. We're gonna go down and have a coffee in Brooklyn. Today I think I'm gonna have a little bit of a think about my goals for 2023. We're coming to a close. Let's see how I landed. Just on the base of McCar's Creek Road. This 10-minute climb in the Northern National Park of Sydney has been one of my goals for the last 2 years. This is one of the first climbs that I really did after taking up road cycling. I did a Strava route one day, thinking I would just kind of do some of it. I came to realize that there's only one way in and out, so I ended up committed. It's an interesting little climb. It's got two main pieces to it. A steep bit at the beginning, it's where I am right now, a flat middle section or a false flat middle section, and then another slightly steeper climb to the finish. I think my first run up here was about 18 minutes. Over time though, I pretty quickly knocked minutes off. I think my second take was about 15 minutes, then down to around about 13. It's a climb that's pretty close to where I live, and it's kind of an entry point into so many other routes. Take today, for example, I'm heading over the other side of the city, but it's kind of my gateway out. Last year my goal was to get it under 11 minutes. This year my goal was to get it under 10 minutes. I managed to achieve this goal this year with a time of 9:35, just after the Barrel Classic. So it was kind of when my training was peaking for the year. Given the goal of just getting under 10, I was pretty stoked at getting at 9:35. It really takes an all-out push to get into that territory, or at least it does for me. I think the best time on here is 7.5 minutes. A long way from that. My next goal maybe, can I get it under 9? I think I keep setting this as a goal because it's something that I can progress upon. I can see my progression year on year. I can see that improvement. Chasing it as a goal, means that I'm always on the edge. As cliched as it is, FTP was another goal for me this year. Last year my goal was to get over 300 FTP, which is something I was able to do. So I set my sights this year at getting to a 4 watt per kilo FTP. The reason I was chasing this is towards the end of last year I was getting more into racing. I was hoping to be able to get into Swift Racing League in B category. So 4 watts per kilo FTP, along with a few other numbers in terms of 1 minute time and 15-second sprint when necessary. I managed to achieve this goal pretty early in the year, reached just over 4 in February. Most recently, I managed to get to 4.3, which is probably the highest I've ever been. It's a whole other story, but that's what's landed me in category A Swift Racing. What's the goal for next year? I'm not sure. If I want to get more competitive at Swift Racing League, maybe we have to aim for 4.5. was crossing off another goal, 10,000 kilometers this year. It was about an increase of a bit over 3,000 Ks this year. So last year I targeted 150 kilometers each week. So I increased up to 200 a week, which comes out of that magic 10,000. I'm completing this goal just a little bit ahead of time. Just the start of December now. Cross that off. If I ramp up over the Christmas break, maybe we can get to 11,000. In terms of a goal for next year, I don't know, maybe 10's enough, maybe 12, I don't know. Certainly see all of the benefits of putting the extra Ks into the legs. My other goal of 2023 was to do my first 200 kilometer ride. For me, this was the next big endurance milestone. Done plenty of hundreds, done some 150s. We did Sydney to Newcastle, which was about 160. But 200 was that next milestone that I wanted to push out on. I was able to line it up with Rafa Cycling Club. They started doing a monthly long ride series. The whole premise was come and do the longest ride you've ever done type thing. They organized a ride to Wiseman's Ferry. I think the ride from the city was going to be around about 160. I came in from the northern beaches, added a whole lot of extras, which got me over that 200 kilometer mark. Am I going to go beyond that next year? I don't know. I am interested in doing 3 peaks next year, which I guess is 240. But I don't think ultra distance is something I necessarily need to chase. It's funny, I'm getting a bit of flashbacks to the last time I came up Bobbin Head. I think it was on that day of the 200 kilometer ride. It was kind of the last hill of the day. It was a bit of a struggle to be able to get up Bobbin Head with close to 200 Ks in the legs. No idea how the pros do it day on day. So that's pretty much a wrap. By the time I get home, I think it's going to be about 130 kilometers on the clock. It's been probably a bigger effort today than what I necessarily anticipated it to be, but hey, it was fun. Got out to Bobbin Head, did Brooklyn, back through all the regular haunts. It was cool talking about my goals for 2023. Pretty stoked to be able to hit all 4 of them. Probably do another video over the holiday break where I take a look at what I'm going to aim for in 2024. But let me know. Did you have goals for 2023? What were they? How did you go with them? Hope you crushed them the same way that I did. Until next time, see ya.